And you take a little moment here. We're hanging out in the first ever host hangout. We're going to try and do these in between the live shows with some of the indie bands and doing the Q&As. We're going to do some stuff like this. We're probably going to come up with some more topics to do instead of just reaction reviews. We'll figure that out, but this is fun too. But I do want to remind everyone that the show is about bringing indie bands in here from the underground, listening to their tracks, reviewing them, getting Q&A with them, learning about them, and they always land on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. So just reminding you, we may not be playing much from the playlist tonight, but go find it and go support the bands because that's what the show was about. So now we're going to my choice. I chose Spirit Box. And apparently they came out with this track or music video about 12 days ago. I haven't had a chance to check it out. I picked Spirit Box because a number of reasons. Reason number one, Mike Stringer, the guitar player. He's doing, and it's not like a lot of things he's doing is overly technical by any stretch of the means. But he comes up with the catchiest stuff. And in a unique way. He does a lot of those weird bendy things, and in the tuning he's doing it in, and in the way he's got his guitar tone, it sticks out to me. But also, back to my whole thing with the contrast, you got a band that can be heavy and a little lighter on the other end. They're very modern. So I think they bring a lot of elements into one. And for those of you that watched the Grammys, I didn't watch it, but I know they were there. You know, as Bo pointed out, Poppy, you know. So they're doing some really cool stuff. So I do like to keep up with them. I love what they're doing. So this is a newer track called No Loss, No Love. Again, if you're listening at home, there's a music video, so put your eyes on the screen. And we're going to check out Spirit Box's newest track, No Loss, No Love. Here we go. All right, so that ended really fast. I wasn't ready for that ad. So I'm not taking this one first, but I'm going to start with one thing and say this. Those fucking bastards made me look like a liar. So who wants to go first? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, why? Hold on. Why did they make you look like a liar?
I chose them because they do that contrast thing I normally like. They normally do a lot of the heavy screamy, and then Courtney does her singy
Right.
clean, and you kind of get the bouncing back and forth. And they tried to do it a little bit with that little Nicki Minaj rappy area. I don't know what to fucking call it, but yeah, that's all I said. They made me look like a liar because I thought that's all I was gonna hear.
Okay, fair. I'll take this one. So I I mean, what I love about Spirit Box is I never quite know what to expect because they're so freaking just like fly by the seat of their pants, and I just feel like they're so creative that in some of their tracks they're just like, hey, I want to add this weird electro thing where I'm talking about drinking diamonds and shit, and like that part of Spirit Box keeps me so intrigued. Like it's such a contrast from, what am I trying to say? I'm not doing a great job of saying this, but like Kill Switch Engage, you know what to expect, right? I feel like you're consistently getting the same thing. And Spirit Box, I never ever feel that way. From one album to the next, I'm just like, whoa, what's happening? What's going on? But it's always stuff that I think is really cool and it's really unique. And I love the weirdness of what just happened in that song. Because going from something that is so incredibly heavy like that, where it's just like almost just breakdowns and heaviness, and then it goes into some weird electronic part where she's talking about some weird gibberish stuff. That to me is super cool. Loved it. I thought it was super great. And she's just such a talented vocalist all around. I mean, she can go from these crazy screams that are really controlled, and then you've got songs like Secret Garden where she's singing beautifully throughout the whole thing, and it almost doesn't even sound like Spirit Box in ways. And I have mad respect for that. But what I think I find the best part to be about Spirit Box is, like I said, I feel like they kind of just do whatever.
Get a small business loan?
Oh, sorry.
I feel like they kind of just do whatever the shit they want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't feel like they have rules with what they do, and I don't feel like they really write songs for the radio. I don't think I've ever listened to Spirit Box and been like, they wrote this song for the radio. I don't think I've ever gotten that vibe from them, and I have so much respect for that.
I was gonna say the same thing when we were talking about comparing this to Spirit Box or to Kill Switch. They're entirely the only thing. The only thing I'm really gonna add to what she said, for as far as like what they did with this song versus their other songs, they do whatever they want for for any song, but they also do it. They have been well known that they do stuff like this sometimes, just to spite the gatekeepers and the people saying negative stuff about them online, because a lot of people don't want to see somebody like Courtney as the front woman of a band this popular, being as successful as they are for whatever reason. So when they throw out a song like this, they do it because they want to, and they also do it because all the gatekeepers that say that they can't be heavy and stuff like that, they literally do tracks like this just to say F you, and I respect that even more.
I agree 100%. I like that they still put people in check. Like, we still got it, bitch. Watch me. And that's super great. I love it. I hope they continue to do that and throw that in.
What you got, Dom?
I thought it was good. I think I need to listen to more Spirit Box.
Wait. You don't listen to Spirit Box, bro?
Yeah. What?
I thought for sure you had listened to these guys a lot.
No, I haven't listened to a lot of Spirit Box. I think I need to.
Oh,
You need to.
fuck. All right.
You need to.
But in a second, I'm gonna play another track that'll better describe what I was thinking was about to happen. I'll play just a couple minutes of it or whatever, just so Dom can get another taste and to give those that may be new to Spirit Box a little bit extra taste. But yeah, I think it's really cool, especially to see Spirit Box now, because I've been following a lot of these people for a very long time. So for those that don't know, Courtney LaPlante came from a band called I Wrestled a Bear Once. She wasn't the original singer, but she was with them. But and their I Wrestled a Bear Once was
and
actually
the guitarist.
yeah, I Wrestled a Bear Once, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're from Louisiana. That's where I'm at. I actually played at some of the same venues that they were playing at before they got signed. So I kind of followed her as she made her transition from I Wrestled a Bear Once, and then here we are. And then for those that are noticing, I got the picture up, you may recognize the bassist. That's where one of the As I Lay Dying guys landed. So that's Josh Gilbert from As I Lay Dying. He landed with Spirit Box. Smart move on his part.
Very smart move.
Yeah.
That's another funny thing about this song, particularly because he was with them for this. A lot of people thought that he was gonna, jump in and add some of his clean vocals and stuff too.
No, they're like,
And they
not,
just
Yeah.
went up,
not
they just
dog.
went up and said, "We're not having any clean vocals in this song."
Not dog. Go sit in the corner. This isn't As I Lay Dying, bro.
I will say, I really enjoy how the bass was cutting through the mix at times in this. Like, ooh, yeah, those low frequencies, dude, that hit me in the feels. Like, I really enjoy that part of how they mix. Is like, you can definitely tell there's a bassist in this band, and he's a good ass bassist. So respect on that front too.
On all their songs, they really have specific parts where they can just push the bass through on everything just to show it off a little bit.
Yeah, and that is one of the reasons why I do love them so much is the mix and mastering. Oh Jesus, the guy that does their mixing, one of the guys that helps them a lot with their mixing and mastering is Daniel Bronstein. He was with the band Volumes for a little while. But yeah, he is obviously no longer with Volumes, but he does a lot of their mixing with them. So he helps them develop that really awesome sound. And I'm gonna be real honest, a lot of the new stuff I'm coming out with, I switched over to 8 strings recently. I tuned down. I'm using some of the Spirit Box tracks and actually some Architects as my references from the guy that's going to be mixing some of my stuff. So that was one of the things that was appealing for me for Spirit Box is that mix. It's got that low end, but it somehow is still clear enough that you can hear what the hell's going on, and that's really hard to do. But yeah,
I think. Yeah, I think
they're really good with their riffing. You know?
Yes, they have some of the best mixes, I think, for more like modern metal bands that we hear. Not that they're modern metal, but you know what I'm saying. Newer bands, I suppose. I think their mixes are just absolutely on point. I do have a question though. If any of you guys might know the answer, like, has that always been their drummer? And if so, is that dude like 18 or something? Like he's got a baby face if I've ever seen one. And what I noticed too is like they don't really show him that much in the videos. Is that just me?
Yeah, actually, now you say that, yeah, they don't show him a lot, and for that reason, I really don't know if he is a permanent member. Maybe he's just a session drummer. I don't know, but I can't answer that one. It's a good question though. Oh yeah, another reason I picked Spirit Box because right now I told Neural DSP Gojira that they got to take the back seat for a minute. I'm using Mike Stringer's plugin, sick plugin by the way. So while we were talking, I went ahead and I pulled up a track that I think may show a little bit more of what I was expecting, and also maybe give Dom an extra taste. Have you heard this track, Jaded, Dom, by chance? You have not?
I haven't.
Okay, good. This will be a good one. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one is more like kind of what I was expecting. So let's check out a little bit of it. I'm not going to play it all the way to the end, so don't get mad whenever I stop it. So here we go. Oh, wait. That bitch muted.
feel alone in my body. I feel a silence underneath. In these valleys of blood, in these rivers of rust. Shoulder all the blame again. We were locked into the end. It was violent and rough. I was never enough. But what if I was stable enough to ride me down the road like the remorse swam? But what if I was inside 1,000 lives to get my goals? It's never enough. It's never enough. And I've always been ashamed that I wanna fall into a dream with my honor desecrated, blood jaded. I've never found a way to be honest. All I know is a place where I haunted memories faded, blood jaded.
And that's a good part to stop. Yeah, they're about to get nasty in a breakdown, but you guys don't want to hear that, I'm sure. But so yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. A little bit of contrast, a little bit of singy, a little bit of screamy. And it reminded me of something else that I liked about Mike Stringer. If you guys caught it, there was a little section in there where there's this little kind of lead going on, and it sounds, if you didn't know any better, you would think it was like an electronic pack or something like that, some MIDI that they rolled through, but he's doing it all on his guitar, and he's got on a plugin he developed, and it's really hard to tell the difference, but they actually showed him picking at it again in his plugin that he released, so it's really, really awesome. They do some really cool stuff. I love them. So Dom, you think we got you hooked in on them a little bit more?
I know, I'm gonna listen to more of it. I think it's funny though. I'll say it every time she screams, especially in the last video, she'll be like, ba da da da, and then it's just a really heavy ass sound coming out this woman's mouth. Like,
yeah, I know. I said the same thing too. Yeah, it's like she was
she's
just
just
training.
like so nonchalant, like relaxed, and then it's fucking just like demons.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
I will
talented.
say they're a power couple. Power couple for sure. Like Spirit Box is gonna rule the metal world just because like that's a team that's unstoppable. Her and Mike, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta say it.
I agree.
So what's fun, what I like about them is like they just use like their Axe-Fx's and stuff to pitch shift, because every song is written in a different tuning basically. So they just keep the one guitar, like, you know, one guitar is tuned to the same thing, and just use that to just automatically switch. He's been on interviews saying like he doesn't know what the actual tuning, some of them are like how low some of them go, because they, you know, do different ones for every single song pretty much. But when you listen to the riffs they're actually doing, and that's why it's fun for the bass to like stick out in that mix so much. They're doing riffs to really play with whatever pitch shifting they're doing. Because when they're tracking it, it's not like they took one guitar and tuned it down to double drop E or something like that. Like that's all done, you know, with their tech. So they're writing music, they're writing songs like riffs to fill a space, like to fill a whole song. But they're doing it playing to what the strengths of that tech is, which is a lot of single notes, doing the little slides and bends and stuff like that, and you know, the pick scrapes and stuff like that always sound crazier with a heavy distorted pitch shifted guitar. And what's funny is I generally don't like that kind of music, like the pitch shift, like the scraping and the, you know, weird little sounds and stuff like that. He likes to do a lot of that stuff with like the weird whammy effects going on with the dissonance and everything like that. I normally am not a huge like fan of that. But because of the singer of this band and how good the music is, like, because it's so melodic while they can throw in all that heavy stuff, that's why I like this band so much.
Yeah, to your point with the scrapes and all the other little doohickeys he's throwing in there, it's almost kind of like at times, not start to finish by any means, but at times it's kind of like watered down mathcore, maybe, you know, some of that crazy shit you would hear in that. You would just get like a little hint of it and nothing extreme, but yeah, it keeps it interesting. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
for sure.
But yeah,